walked into a room and someone glanced at you, just a glance, a fraction of a second, and for the next 20 minutes, some part of your brain would not let it go. Was it judgment? Was it curiosity? Did they notice something wrong? You replay it, you adjust, you scan for more glances. And all of this happens automatically without your permission, while you are trying to have a normal conversation and eat a sandwich. Here's the strange part: that stranger will almost certainly never see you again. They have no power over your job, your relationships, your survival. They do not know your name, and yet your brain treated their glance like the most important piece of information in the room. Why? The real answer is far stranger than embarrassment. It goes back hundreds of thousands of years to a time when a stranger's opinion of you was not a social inconvenience. It was a matter of life and death. Your brain was built inside a social structure that has not existed for most of human history. Not a city, not a company, not a school, a band, a small, tight group of around 50 to 150 people. The number primatologist Robin Dunbar identified as the cognitive limit of stable human social relationships. Your brain did not evolve for billions of strangers. It evolved for 150 people who knew your face. Inside that band, reputation was everything. Not metaphorically, literally. If people in your group believed you were lazy, dishonest, or useless, you could be excluded. Exclusion was not awkward. Exclusion meant no food sharing, no protection, no survival. Evolutionary anthropologist Christopher Boehm documented this in his research on hunter gatherer societies. A bad reputation did not just hurt your feelings, it ended your genetic line, so your brain developed a system, a fast, automatic, always on monitoring system whose entire job was to track how other people perceived you. You feel it as self consciousness. You feel it as shame. You feel it as that heat that rises in your chest when you say something in a meeting and it lands wrong and three people look at each other. That system never got a memo that the world changed. Neuroscientist Matthew Lieberman at UCLA found that the brain regions that activate during social rejection overlap almost completely with the regions that activate during physical pain. The pain of being judged negatively is processed in the same neural circuits as a burn or a bruise. Because for your ancestors, one reliably predicted the other. Being cast out of the group meant you would eventually feel the physical consequences of being alone. Sociometer theory, proposed by psychologist Mark Leary in the mid 1990s, describes self esteem not as a fixed trait, but as a real time gauge. It rises when you receive social approval and drops when you detect rejection. Its entire purpose is to push you to repair your standing before exclusion becomes real. The good feeling when someone laughs at your joke, the bad feeling when someone scrolls past your message without replying. Those are not random emotional noise. They are a monitoring system doing exactly what it evolved to do. Think about what ancient social life required of you. You needed to know, at all times, whether the people around you trusted you, liked you, needed you. You needed to read micro expressions, catch shifts in tone, notice who stopped sitting near you at the fire. Being socially attuned was not a personality trait, it was a survival skill, on par with knowing which berries were poisonous. Sociologist Charles Cooley coined the term looking glass self in 1902. The idea that your sense of identity is not formed from the inside out, but from the outside in. You imagine how you appear to others. You imagine their judgment. You internalize it. Repeat. Your self concept was built in public, assembled from thousands of microsignals sent back from other people's faces. Social media did not create a new human vulnerability. It plugged directly into an ancient one and gave it a scoreboard: likes, comments, follower counts. These are sociometer readings made visible, and it made the circle of observers infinite, flooding a system that evolved for 150 people with signals from millions who will never matter to your actual survival. This is not weakness, it is not vanity. It is hardware that kept your lineage alive across 100,000 years of life inside small groups where other people's opinions of you were among the most consequential facts in your world. Knowing this does not shut the system off, but it lets you sit with the stranger's glance and recognize what is actually happening. Your ancient threat detector just misfired on irrelevant data. The band is not watching. Your place is not at risk. Tonight, a stranger will glance at you. Your brain will notice. It always does. And now you know why it never learned to look away.